So I'm here with Vicki Reitenaur. She is the cluster coordinator for Gender and Sexualities cluster, and I'm going to ask her the first question, Vicki,
hmm
is what would you expect a student who's taken cluster courses in gender and sexualities, what should they know or be able to do after taking these classes?
Yeah. So I think the most important piece that underlies the gender and sexualities cluster is that students really learn how to analyze power dynamics in the world and power as it's related to what sociologists might call the categories of difference. So
Okay.
gender, sexuality, race, social class, nationality, ability, language. A sociologist or social scientist would say that we're socialized to various roles depending on our identities and how
Mm-hmm.
those map to those categories of difference. And so in the gender and sexualities cluster, we focus a lot on gender and sexualities as two of those categories of
Mm-hmm.
difference, but we always talk about them in relationship to the other categories. So a student in the cluster really begins to develop the capacity to analyze the world relative to those categories, and in particular gender and sexuality and the interactions they have with each other. And then a student in the cluster really learns how to apply that understanding
Mm-hmm.
in the service of social action and social change in positive ways. So if we can understand that some folks are marginalized and oppressed because of their identities and the
Mm-hmm.
way that the social forces and political forces play themselves out on our lives, then we can intentionally act towards social justice for persons who come from targeted identity groups.
Great, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Deneen.
So